What's going on, my babies? Welcome back to another episode of The Spiritual Word. As always, I apologize for any noises in the background in advance and anything of that nature. And before I start these, I like to start these off with a disclaimer by stating that these are for entertainment purposes only. Always do your own research to come to your own conclusions, to have your own answers, to make your own decisions. And I believe in your ability to do so, to be your own person. So in today's episode, I want to basically just touch on kind of just a little update because I haven't been posting as regularly as I used to. And so I just want to update with that. And if you're new here, welcome. I call my viewership my babies. And the main 5 topics that I talk about: spirituality, psychology, self-help, science, and philosophy. Those are my main 5 go-to topics. So anyways, I normally upload Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Mountain Time. But my life has been kind of hectic. And I'm always in transitions. Like I'm constantly, like I'm either fucking moving or I'm starting different positions at different places, or people are trying to get me to, test out these different opportunities and stuff like that. So, like, I never have so much consistency in my life anymore. So, because of that, I'm only going to upload Monday and Friday. I was originally only going to upload Wednesdays, but I decided that, I need to, like, really try to make this more than just once a week. So I'm only going to upload Mondays and Fridays for now until I have more stability in my life. And this is like a constant flux. Like this is always happening. So that's why I say that. And that's a little update for today. But basically what I want to talk about in today's episode is directly related to the last episode that I did. And the last episode, let me take a look, was talking about alignment. And so I want to talk about that specific thing. And also, what I do, talk about manifestation, like that's what I do. So I'm going to talk about alignment and manifestation both together and how to use them and how you kind of realize this for yourself. So I had a lot of trouble when it comes to manifesting specific things in my life because I didn't know how it would feel. And a lot of the times when people tell you, oh, just be in alignment, or if you want to manifest something, you have to be the same vibration. I never really understood that because it was never something that I felt in my body, if that makes sense. Like, if I burn my hand on a hot stove, I know what hot feels like. But if I've never done that and I've never experienced heat, and someone tells you, oh, it's like tingling on your skin, you don't really understand the concept of hot. Although people can describe it the best that they possibly can. So, with that being said, the other day, I was chilling. I have like this little hammock swing in my room. I was chilling on the hammock and I basically had this epiphany of like how to attract whatever you're trying to attract. And I also think that it's very helpful to use certain laws that people talk about, like the law of attraction, the law of assumption, all these different other laws, because it helps you kind of focus your attention on it. And that's what you're trying to do. You're supposed to focus your attention onto this thing and devote yourself to this thing. That's the only way that you can attract this thing. And for a lot of us, we don't have the time and effort and energy to do that. Like if you're an average person who has to go to a job, right? Quotation marks has to, you don't have to, but if you have to go to a job to support like a family or a person, or you're just helping your mom or your dad or whatever the case is, right? You're helping someone, so you have to. Like it's a forced, quotation marks, I say that loosely and lightly, a forced circumstance. A lot of people, they view their life that way. And so because of that, they don't have the time and effort and energy to place all of their faith, all of their hopes, all of their dreams, all of their energy and their efforts into this thing because it might not work for them, right? And so I think that has a really that plays a really huge part in what I'm trying to convey. So basically, in order for you to match that frequency of whatever you're trying to manifest or whatever you desire, you have to fully give yourself to this thing. And that's what's really difficult, especially in today's economical world, the economic state of the world. And if you're somebody who's very normie, or if you're not spiritual, then that's going to be really hard. You know what I mean? Because you're still going to have to go to work. You're still going to have to go to school. You're still going to have to hang out with friends, family, people. You still have that. You still need that connection. And my cat's meowing outside. And so if that's the case, then you have to physically get yourself to feel what it would feel like if you had $1 billion. Would you feel free from the rules and the restrictions that you are under right now? Could you quit your job? Could you stop doing certain things that you normally do because of that? My cat's meowing. I don't know if you can hear that, but if you can, that's kind of funny. But you have to force yourself to view your current situation through the eyes of that person, the person who has that dream car, that dream house, that dream life, that dream career. You have to literally be that person in order to create that or magnetize that to coming into your life. And if you have hold on, wait a minute, my brain is like malfunctioning. If you have beliefs that clash with one another, then of course it's not going to work for you because your beliefs are still pushing against each other. It's kind of like, I play video games, so this is the best way that I can describe it. It's kind of like if you're trying to play a ranked game, and the only way that you can go up in rank is to do good that game, and you get put with people who are just as good as you, like literally perfect matches, then you're just going to be going back and forth. Or if you're arm wrestling with somebody and they have the equal strength to you, you're just going to sit there and it's not going to move, right? This is what the opposing forces do to the force of you trying to have faith in this thing that you need to have faith in. And in order for you to get rid of those, you have to make your faith stronger than the doubts. And it's basically like this war between faith and doubt. And your doubts are the belief system that you have in place now, the things that you believe to be true now. And the things that you want to believe to be true, those need to be stronger than your current beliefs to outweigh them, to get rid of them. And a lot of the times it's not like a conscious thing, and you can do it really easily. And the way that I do it really easily is to pretend that that's my identity. And not pretend in a sense that like I'm faking it, but pretend in a sense that I'm having fun and I'm playing like a little kid when you were a little kid and you used to put on makeup. Or when you were a little kid and you used to scan groceries on a fake little grocery, on a little cash register. You're playing. It's fun. It's not something that you're lying about because everybody around you knows that it's just fun. It's just play. And so you have to instill that within yourself. And a lot of the times you could see this in kids. Kids will make a conscious choice to be something or to do something, and that will be the switch. You have to be able to switch that for you. And a lot of people, they overcomplicate it. Like me, I'm one to overcomplicate shit if it's not something that's logical and like really easy to understand. I have a really hard time understanding really basic concepts if you explain them to me in a way that doesn't make sense to me. So in order for you to be in alignment or for you to manifest or to get whatever the fuck you want, it's not necessarily about uprooting those beliefs, although it would be helpful to uproot those beliefs. It's about instilling this new identity over you. Every single day we put on a mask. Every single day. Because being alive is a fake. It's a false identity. The fact that I'm a human being is a false illusion. It's a idea. We named our own species. It's a false illusion. And being alive is, in its own way, a false illusion. It's a dream. We're in a dream of consciousness. And so you have to be okay with faking it. And you're not faking it as in like lying to people and lying to yourself. You're faking it as in having fun and playing. And so if you're trying to get whatever the fuck you're trying to get, look at your current life through the eyes of someone who already has that. So for example, if you're trying to manifest like a fucking Lambo or something, imagine you have a Lambo. And imagine you're getting in your current car because you don't want to make everybody else feel weird that you have a Lambo. Or you're just trying to be humble that day. You know what I mean? Like you have to pretend and have fun with that pretending, and that's how you learn to feel that way. And when you feel that way, life doesn't know what's going on. Consciousness doesn't know up, down. It knows what is. If I'm constantly going up, it only knows up. It only knows force. It only knows energy. And so if you're trying to get something, you have to match the frequency. And in order to match the frequency, you just have to put that mask on. Or you know how like actors and actresses, they can lose themselves in roles because they put themselves in these types of shoes so hard, that's what you're doing. You're just acting as this person. And already your identity is a false illusion. So, if people tell you, "Oh, you're changing. Oh, you've changed." You were never this person to begin with. They only view you as this person. It's just a costume until you are, bound to change. Everything is bound to change. So, don't let anybody or anything stop you from creating whatever the fuck you want to create, because it's none of their concern. Genuinely. And with that being said, I'm ending this here. Thanks for tuning in and tapping in. As always, my babies, I love you and I appreciate you. And I'm sorry for not uploading, which last week I wasn't even supposed to upload. So, after I uploaded Monday, and no, it was the week before that. I wasn't supposed to upload the week before that because it was the last week of the month, and I don't upload the last week of the month because it's my break week, quotation marks. So I just didn't upload the rest of the week. But yeah, and I wanted to update you guys on the fact that I'm only going to upload Mondays and Fridays just so that I have time to recharge spiritually, so that I have more content and I can talk about more things from actual experience. Like, I like to give myself at least 2 weeks or a week to sit with something before I talk about it on here, so I can really think about it and digest it and really contemplate and meditate on that for that whole week, so that I can come back and tell you my findings, So with that being said, thanks for tuning in and tapping in. As always, I love you and I appreciate you, and thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.